Did God ever do something for you in the past and now you can't remember what it was or how he did it or the circumstances or whatever? I want to tell you a story in the Bible of what God wants you to do. Back in Exodus chapter 17, there was a battle between the Israelites and the Amalekites. Moses sent Joshua out to lead the battle, and as long as Moses' hands were uplifted, Joshua was successful. But when Moses got tired and his hands went down, then the Amalekites were successful. And so Aaron and Hur came along and they put a stone down and had Moses sit on it, and they held up Moses' hands. And so Moses' hands will remain uplifted, and Joshua won the battle. He was victorious. And this is what God said to do. And the Lord said to Moses in verse 14, "Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out of remembrance the Amalekite from under the heaven." And Moses built an altar, and he called the name of it Jehovah Nissi. Now, Jehovah Nissi means the Lord our refuge, or the Lord our banner. So, Moses is to write this as a memorial and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. Why? Why did he need to rehearse this in the ears of Joshua? Joshua needed to hear this over and over and over and over again. Hey, remember when you were victorious? Hey, remember when you won that battle? Hey, remember you won this battle because of the Lord. The Lord helped you win this battle. Why? Go over to the book of Joshua, chapter 1. What does it say multiple times? Be strong and courageous. Joshua, be strong and courageous. Only be strong and courageous. Joshua needed to remember what God had done so that he would remember to be strong and courageous, because what God has done in the past, God will do in the future. So how does this apply to us? When God does something in your life, write it down. Write it down for a memorial so you can go back and look and say, remember that time you were having this problem and this is what God did for you? Remember that time when you had this problem and God did this for you? Remember that time you died and God raised you from the dead? I do. I wrote it down. Do you remember that time that this happened and God did this? When God does something for you, write it down and remember what God has done so that when you face situations in the future, you remember. You remember what God has already done. Also, by remembering, you can tell other people, hey, this happened to me and God did this to get me through it. Thank you for watching today. I would appreciate it if you would like, share, follow, subscribe, and leave a comment. I'll see you soon.